Welcome to Hardware Learning, where we look stupid so you don't have to. Today we're working on a 2019 Golf Sportwagen 4Motion. It is the MQB platform. It's a 1.8 liter. We installed a JD4. Check out that video if you haven't already. We installed an intake, some intake mods, and check out that video. So today we're doing some lowering springs. We got some Ibach Pro lowering springs. Should lower the car about an inch or so. Same procedure on all the cars, all the MQB cars. So if you have an A3, an S3, an RS3, Golf, any form of a Golf, anything that's MQB, this will be the process. So let's get started. All right, so we've got an 18mm on the impact on the one side of the knuckle and an unknown size triple square. It's the second to the largest if you buy the same pack that I have, and we will rip that one right off. 18mm nut on the endlink. Now we're gonna try to disconnect the triple squares on the inner CV axle. Speed secret: you put a flathead in the groove of the rotor when you're doing these drive shaft bolts, axle bolts. This is your first time doing springs, right, Dan? You missed it on the RS3 and you missed it on the GTI.
I know.
Slacking.
So it's a 10 mil.
10 mil
These
triple
do
square.
say what they are.
So just kidding. Where's that other one? Second to the bigot. So yeah.
So that's probably a 14.
This one was a 14 for the old, what did we take off? The knuckle bolt. Knuckle bolt was 14. So we're gonna get these drive shaft bolterinos off. Need an extension?
Yeah, am I gonna use the impact?
No. Use your man muscles, Dan.
I don't have any of those.
Man muscles.
I'm a freaking weakling.
Who is the weakest link?
I think that pry bar would probably be good.
The pry
Or
bar?
the agitator, or 3/8, the breaker bar.
Yeah, it's just pissing and moaning as usual. Did you get one?
Yeah. What's the... Why are we... But I don't need to take these out all the way?
Just, yeah, or leave like, just take them all the way out. This is a 10mm triple squares.
I think so.
We got that locky duty in.
Yeah.
And just take all of those out, and you will be home free. So what we do is we rotate it until the bolt is in this spot right here. Lock the rotor in, put this long extension on with the 10mm triple square. Then we are able to loosen it from the wheel well, like so. Take this off, and then use the extension to twist it off. There's brackets, so every 2 bolts, there's a bracket, so there's 6 bolts, 3 brackets. So now, one of the most important pieces of the install is you smashing the like button, or the dislike button, hitting subscribe, hit the bell button. Don't do any of that if you don't want to. But if you do want to support us, do something. But now, I don't know what I'm doing. Anywho's, next most important key piece. You want a shock spreader. I've done it without it and used like a 1/4 inch socket in there. It just does not work the same. It doesn't work the same. So, unfortunately, this is a 1/2 inch, so we're gonna have to adapt it to 3/8. So, what you wanna do is put this in the little slot of the knuckle in the back here, and then turn it until it's wedged, spreading the knuckle as far as she can be. It should stay in there. Get it twisted it far enough. Keep it right there. Or does it want to jump? Good chance this whole arm's gonna come down on your arm.
That would be cool if that happened.
There we go. Now, all we should have to do is just grab the rotor and kind of jiggle it. All right, now that it's started, let's come up top and get these 10mm bolts off here. So there's a clip right here. You just pull it straight out, retainer.
Like that way?
This clip you just pull towards the front. No. That, and then that frees it up. Then you just get it out from behind that foam. There you go. And there's 3 10mm bolts. Or they're 13s.
They're 13s, you dummy! You big dummy! All the way out?
Yeah, maybe you just wait for the last one until we got someone at the bottom. So we get all 3 of those out, get 2 of them out, get the 3rd one ready, and you'll have a buddy come down here and hold the arm because the whole thing's gonna want to come down.
If I disconnect the other Swaybar link, it should probably can bend down more, right? This, because then we can just press the whole Swaybar, because it's the axle hitting the Swaybar over here that's causing it to stop moving down, I think.
Yeah.
That's scaring me. That is what I was waiting.
We ran into a little problem. The strut is so tall on these that you can't get the lower arm down far enough. It hits the sway bar, so what we're going to do is Dan's disconnecting this end link on the driver's side to hopefully allow that sway bar to rotate down freely, and we'll be able to get the arm down further and sneak this strut out. So, as you were, Daniel. Wonder if turning the wheel one way would help?
Go the other way. Oh, I feel like I must be so close.
Here, you hold it down and I'll lift this up. So what we did was, Dan was jimmying this thing, I stood on it like this, and then he manhandled the strut out.
Just managed to barely sneak it out.
Sneaked it out. So now we want to spring compress les springs like so. Compress them enough. I think it's a 21. Your strut bearing off the top. Your bump step. Ooh, I wonder if you're gonna want to cut that at all. And then we can take the OEM spring out. Loosen the compressor, spring compressor with the correct socket.
Short springy boy for replacement. God damn.
You are gonna rub. Alright, so now we put this back together. Run your spring up to the bump stop there, the little notch there. We can put our strut bearing back in. This goes on something like, if your car squeaks at all at low speed, it's oftentimes this strut bearing, upper strut bearing. And we put our bump step back in here, and then line up. There's like a notch somewhere. There it is. Okay, and now you might actually be able to sneak on without the old spring compressor.
We just do the old zip recruiter.
Let me just, can we finger zip it quick? Or, sender. That's just spinning the, you're gonna have to yeet it. You wanna hold the shaft down here, nice and firm like. There we go.
Short boy. Should be easy to put back in now.
Short Johnny! Woo! Alright, so now what you want to do to get the strut back in is line up this fin. So you sneak that Johnny up top. Alright, and we walk it around the front-ish. And it's in. Almost. All the way in. Now we can take our spreader out. The job is 1,000,000 times easier with this spreader. Hit the link in the description, alright? Support us. Amazon affiliate links, alright? And then buy some merch on our Teespring or something. So now Dan will hold that up and I will, I'll tighten the 13 mils on top. That little, there's that notch guy. You want to send that towards the back of the car.
The notch in the hat?
Yeah, like that. I think.
I can see it. Just...
Alright, so now we're going to jack the bottom of the knuckle until we can tighten the view from your, I got one.
Can it only like be oriented one way? Like are these not equidistant? Yeah, that's pretty close. So I should be able to now.
So for reconnecting the drive shaft or the axle or whatever, we've got the jack under the control arm, sort of getting the axle in a neutral position, trying to get it a little parallel to the ground. It pushes it towards the transmission to get those triple square bolts back in with the washer things. All right, so the rear is a little more straightforward. We've got 18 millimeter, and 13 millimeters. So you're taking off the
Rear carrier bolt,
the lower strut bolt, and then the Swaybar bolt. So we'll just zippity-doo-dah those guys out.
No, put the jack under here. Do we need to... I don't know if I'm the right...
Keep walking around. Alright, now we lower the arm down slowly. Before it just kind of disassembled itself.
I know. I can really yeet it out.
Take this guy with it. Put our Eibach Bro springs in there. Bro, you want to make sure, let me show this. You want to make sure. Alright. So, our assumption is lettering goes right side up. And you want to make sure the end of the spring, this end right here, seats into this slot, gets captured into that slot, or else you'll get some weird noises going on. Alright, so we're gonna put the spring upright and then seat this into that lower bushing. Oh, there she goes.
That one also kind of
goes up into the nipple. Okay. And then what we do here is compress the arm.
Here, wait. This is lined right up.
Wow, did we just nail it?
You just fucking nailed it. Freaking nailed her, bud.
Alright, which way does the bolt for the strut go? Forward or backwards?
The bolt head is on the front. So the nut will go on the back side.
Just like this?
Nope. The opposite way of what you're doing. Because the bolt head goes on the front.
Okay, I was thinking this is the front.
Go up a little tiny bit, I think. Well, maybe no, wrong way. Sorry, down. I'm dumb.
God.
That's me. Look at that. Oh my God. What's gonna go wrong in this last?
It's all about your ability to manipulate your floor jack. Alright, so that's 20 newton meters plus 180. These two are 70 plus 180. We did plus 90 because it felt like we were gonna rip the bolts in half.
Well, we did a little more than 90.
Alright, now we gotta get this control arm. This was the tricky one on the other side. This one's the opposite, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so we load the, you want to load the arm up when you're tightening everything. So,
that looks pretty loaded.
Load her up. Did you torque this yet?
Nope.
Where's my...
This is hopefully set correctly.
Let's see how low this boy goes, huh?